Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're breaking down JSW Steel's latest strategic playbook. We're going to dig into the key financial moves, their really ambitious growth plans, and the tech edge they're building to dominate India's steel market. Okay, so here's the plan. We'll kick things off with a game-changing joint venture that completely reshapes their balance sheet. Then we'll get into their massive growth plans, how they're de-risking the business with raw materials, what they're doing with tech and sustainability, and finally, we'll take a look at the overall market. All right, first up, probably the single most important development this quarter. It's this new partnership with Japan's JSW Steel, and it fundamentally strengthens JSW's financial foundation, really setting the stage for some major growth.
And here's the headline number you need to know. 37,000 crore rupees. That's the amount of deleveraging JSW pulled off through this partnership. Now, this isn't just about paying down debt, not at all. It's about unlocking some serious financial flexibility for everything that comes next.
So let's break down how this deal actually works. As you can see here, they've valued the BPSL business at 53,000 crores, and they're bringing in a 50% partner. What that does is generate a massive 32,000 crores in cash flow. That's the fuel, right there, for their next big expansion phase.
But the crucial point here is that it's more than just the money. It's this incredibly powerful combination. You get JSW's proven skill at getting big projects done, and you mix that with JFE's world-class tech, especially in those high-margin, value-added products. This whole move lets JSW hit the accelerator on growth, but in a way that's financially smart.
Okay, so with a much stronger balance sheet, how is JSW putting all this newfound financial firepower to work? Well, they're fast-tracking a wildly ambitious expansion plan. They have a very clear blueprint to really dominate the Indian market.
And the centerpiece of this whole plan is this huge new greenfield project in Odisha. The board just gave the green light for Phase 1, a 5 million ton per year plant. But honestly, that's just the start. The site has the potential to go all the way up to over 13 million tons, making it an absolute cornerstone of their future.
And this is where it gets really clever. You see, the Odisha site is a port-based facility with its own dedicated jetty. On top of that, they're building a slurry pipeline that will pump iron ore directly from the mines to the plant. This thing is designed for best-in-class logistics right from day one, which is going to be a major competitive advantage.
So this timeline really maps it all out. A very clear, very aggressive path forward. You've got upgrades at existing plants, major expansions, and it's all building towards one big goal: becoming a 50 million ton steel producer in India by the end of the decade.
But look, a plan this big is only as strong as its foundation. And that's exactly why JSW is making some bold moves at the same time to lock down its entire supply chain. This is absolutely critical for keeping margins stable, especially in a volatile global market.
So for iron ore, the strategy is pretty straightforward. Get their own captive mines up and running. As you can see, 13 of their 23 mines are now online, including the new one that just started up in Goa. The big goal here is to produce enough internally to cover about half of their total future needs.
And then there's coking coal, a critical resource they have to import. For that, they're making some major international plays. They've got a stake in an Australian mine, and most importantly, they're about to acquire a high-grade deposit in Mozambique. Together, these moves should secure about a quarter of their needs, which really helps reduce that global supply chain risk.
Now, this isn't just about getting bigger. The focus is also on becoming a much more efficient and sustainable producer. And that's not just for show. It's about driving down costs and building a resilient operation for the long haul by leveraging both technology and green energy.
And the financial impact of this tech focus is crystal clear. Just look at this quote about their new AI vision systems. They see the potential to save 100 crore rupees every year. This really shows that for JSW, technology isn't some buzzword. It's a tool with a very real, very tangible financial return.
So these AI systems are making a real difference on the ground. By watching equipment in real time, they're boosting yield and making things more reliable. But maybe most importantly, they're making the workplace safer. We're talking over 1,000 potential incidents that have already been prevented. And their commitment to sustainability, it's backed up by some serious proof. I mean, they're ranked #1 globally in the steel sector. They've won national awards for energy conservation, and they're putting real money into renewable energy, including huge battery storage projects.
Okay, so finally, let's put all of these strategic moves into context. Because let's face it, a great strategy is only as good as the market opportunity it's trying to capture.
And this comparison right here tells you everything you need to know. It shows exactly why the Indian domestic market is the main focus. You've got super strong GDP and steel demand growth in India, projected at 7 to 9%. And that's in sharp contrast to what's happening in China, where production is down and domestic demand is weak.
And check this out. This chart shows that JSW isn't just riding the wave of Indian demand. Their domestic sales grew 10% last quarter, outpacing the market's 7% growth. So they are actively outperforming the market and taking a bigger piece of the pie.
So what's driving that profitability? A huge part of it is this relentless shift towards more advanced, higher-margin products. Value-added steel now makes up a record 61% of their total sales. That boosts their bottom line and helps protect their margins from the ups and downs of commodity prices.
So when you put it all together, the financial strength from the JFE deal, a massive plan for growth, locking down their raw materials, and these powerful market dynamics, all these factors are lining up perfectly. And it poses a really powerful question for every stakeholder. Is JSW now perfectly positioned to dominate India's coming infrastructure decade?